I want to see what photos does.
Okay.
Take gallery. Okay. I will take.
Okay. What would you like to take a photo of?
I'd like to take a photo of my cilantro. Failing that,
We have
and anything will do. Oh, that is great cilantro. My cilantro looks fantastic.
So, all right, this would show up in your viewfinder. And then,
Okay.
well, it's still in his viewfinder, so he has to.
Okay, I will take.
Okay.
In the viewfinder mode, does the plus and minus
Yeah.
zoom?
Well, it could, but it shouldn't be.
Okay,
It
that's
wouldn't be in this view.
That wouldn't be there.
Yeah, it
So,
wouldn't be in this
okay,
view either.
now I'm seeing my picture. Gallery upload. I will upload it.
Okay. Upload. And all of your preferences would be already entered into the application.
Okay. I'll send it to Flickr.
Okay, so send to your Flickr account.
Just like that. And I'm back here. How would I get back to a main sharing screen?
So main sharing screen we actually have. Yeah. It says an Android phone.
You're not familiar with Android, but you have an extra navigation here. This
Right.
goes back, search. This will bring you a contextual menu, and this will close the application.
I'm gonna try back.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna try back again. Okay.
You
Okay,
could have
that-
actually clicked on the menu as well, and it would have give you
Okay.
something that we'll figure out.
Okay.
TBD.
So I took pictures, and I also need to spam Twitter.
Okay. Awesome.
Status? Is that
Yep, status.
Twitter.
Sweet. Totally there, dude. Alright. So that completes all the tasks we want you to run through. You can still, if you want to do more sharing, feel free. If you have any more feedback or comments.
Can I see what's in the info tab? Okay.
We only actually have planting guides available.
Well, I want to see your planning guide. Okay.
And we only have the first option.
That's okay.
Let's see what we see at.
Videos even.
No share video.
Gonna be a big app.
Yes. We're ambitious.
Or are you pulling them from?
Probably YouTube. From Elias. He's going to film them all.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Comments, feedback?
Can I actually go ahead and do that? I want to ask you a couple questions too.
Okay.
Sorry.
Generally, I thought getting around in it was pretty clear. And if I were an actual Android user, I would have understood the back button, so that's probably not a problem. Yeah, really, the most confusing part, I think, initially was that
Planting.
that planting screen. It took me a while to pick up on the fact that
We took that cons off.
that this corresponded to the
To
box.
Mhm.
Maybe if I were thinking more about that notion, if I were more conscious of that notion of square foot gardening,
Mhm.
I would have thought of these as square feet.
Mhm.
Do you think like maybe when the application loads have a little intro saying this uses the square foot garden, so
Yeah.
you'll be given suggestions for planting plots to avoid the other things you were wondering why are you entering or why are you choosing the recommendation. A little more text there explaining based on the size of your yard, we recommend the following planting.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could. I think some more information on that.
After you clicked on, it's actually I think
This
it's
one right
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
A little more text there maybe.
yeah.
here. Yeah, I'd say everybody tripped up on that one.
Yeah, and it seems like you possibly have some space to sort of say,
Yeah.
yeah, because it seemed to me, again, I was thinking, okay, well, I already told it I had an 8x6 yard.
Mhm.
Why is it?
Yeah.
The customization at this point, I mean, I think you probably want it, but it seemed like it was duplicating what I had just told it.
Okay.
So a little sentence there or one line saying, based on your yard, based on the space, based on the yard space you gave, here's some recommendation for planting
Yeah.
square foot gardens or something like that.
Yeah, we should repeat that. Like based on your 6x8 foot yard, we recommend 2x2 and
Planting areas.
planting areas.
Planting
Saying
square foot
saying something about planting areas here, I think would make it much clearer.
Yeah.
Because
Planting square foot gardens.
yeah, just and maybe, you know, when you were actually dealing with realistic icons, instead of just being boxes, these would look more like planters
Okay.
or something, which would, again, so,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. We have one. Yeah, those to tie in graphically with.
right.
Now, if I was to ask you, I want you to check your gardens. Let's
Check.
say you built multiple items. Where would you go to check your existing garden?
Check my existing garden. I seem to remember something about that back at the home screen.
Like looking at these,
Looking at these.
well,
yeah,
we
this-
took these out, but let's say you had all these. This and was, wow.
Yeah. Here's the share one right here. Just-
Let's say you were to have these, let's say you did all your work here,
Okay.
and now you just want to look at your other gardens maybe.
Look at my other gardens. Try list there.
I mean, that list would have given you actually the list of items in here.
Okay.
And it would have given you more blurb about these are the items that you still need to buy, and this is what you already have, and this is all your gardens here.
Okay.
Then you could share that info with people from here.
Okay.
But let's say you had other gardens. Actually, although the list there, that can be confusing.
Yeah. You say inventory.
Yeah.
So
I looked at info. I think I would start backing my way
If you
up.
click back, it will actually take you to a screen that has just the list of gardens you have here.
Okay.
But you could have also clicked on My Garden or the menu, which would have given you an option to
See,
add a
I don't.
garden.
I guess I don't. I didn't really know that I had a list of gardens.
Well, you only have the one.
no, we were just giving you another.
Right.
We were saying you had multiples now. So. Just to
That's-
see how you keep back.
Like if you were to create a new garden from this screen, what would you do?
Say like this one is your.
From this screen, I would add garden.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then that
But
would
let's
take you
say
to-
you're not on this screen. Let's say you're on the info screen.
So you're here. Or
Um,
now you want to add a new garden.
I would try create.
Okay. We're just trying to see if you notice, like, is it understood that if you have those tabs that you're in fact going to those areas?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
sure. That seems pretty clear that you can switch between those two areas.
I would actually go to the create too.
Right, that's what I would do.
Yeah.
Another question, when you're actually on your garden, and I think we have a couple more minutes probably.
Well, it's up to who needs to go.
Oh, I'm fine.
Okay,
Let's say you
yeah.
have all your information here,
Mm-hmm.
and you want to tweet information or send a picture for a particular plant. Would you, let's say here you're at your garden and you're considering sending a photo or sharing some information. What kinds of things you potentially want to do from here?
Or would you even?
That's what I'm trying to find out.
I don't think it would occur to me that I could share anything particularly from this screen.
So if you
I
were
mean,
gonna
I would
share-
see the share tab,
So would
and
you
I'd
go to
probably
share if that's what you want to do?
that's where I would go.
You wouldn't want to share maybe a photo of this particular plant from here?
I don't think I would assume that I could do that.
Okay. We're trying to find out, I'm just trying to find out if you were to want to like click on here and a little hovering button come up to say, I mean I could show you an example actually on my phone. And again, that's where knowing Android is a little different than not. So if I'm on my contact list and I click on a name, it actually gives me the option of calling contact list and sending a text message. I don't know if you've seen that.
Yeah.
So here, potentially you could do that where you're getting info, you could do whatever other options and share,
Mhm.
or upload, or...
Is this view dynamic? Does it?
This is the plant list you selected.
Right. And so right, and it gave little alerts for watering and harvest.
Right.
It would be like a progress indicator type
Does it
over time.
does it show me anything else from?
I mean, basically the date you plant it and the
Mhm.
date you say you watered it will be the tracking mechanism based on the product information.
Right.
So when you came here, in your case, you clicked on tomatoes, but if you wanted more info, I mean thyme. if you
Yeah,
wanted
I mean
more
that was
info,
clear.
You could get a lot more info about thyme, for example.
So maybe it's right there. Maybe it's on
Right
that
here.
page.
You
So when you
could get
click
all
on
the info here. It's, you know, needs that much. Should be. We could put more info, like needs to
Right.
be watered every day, and really into the points and scoring and more product information here.
It might make sense if you, and maybe that sort of tap to get a floating menu of options is, if that's pretty standard
Mhm.
in Android interface, then maybe that's fine. I might think that I could. Yeah, I think I would expect that I could tap on any of my plants and get something.
Mhm.
I'm
You know,
not
we
sure
could do it
what
the
I
other
would
way, too.
expect.
You could water and harvest and all that from there too.
Yeah. I mean,
And
yeah, it'd have to be
details.
either way. Yeah.
Like plant detail.
Yeah, so if he has basil and he clicks on it, and then he'd get information about that plant when he planted it, when he watered it last, when he...
Right, but you will get something like
and then
this.
also you would get that. And then you would also get some of that information about general stuff about the plant.
Yeah.
Might be too much stuff, but you could...
I'm saying it'll be the screen will give you the options.
You
of
could
whatever
have
click on
water,
will take you to the-
harvest, info,
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, that's true. Yeah.
share.
Share,
Yeah.
That might
Like you
be
wouldn't
starting
put-
to get a lot, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
You wouldn't put the list there or the plants, but you would put maybe these icons, share, and details.
Yeah, yeah, share. And then, so I also wonder too, I mean, personally I wouldn't, from this screen, like Bill said, I wouldn't think to share or really want to share. I know we
If
had...
you're out there, you're looking at the plant, you may want to take a photo.
Yeah, but that's different than this. Right?
Well, you have your phone, you're outside,
I
you're
know.
looking at your garden.
Right. Then I just click on the share tab.
Right. I mean, you could do that too.
But yeah. But no, I mean, it should be like another place.
The reason I'm saying is if you want to tweet about it,
Yeah.
then you could have it right there.
Yeah, that's
Like
true.
you're being more specific. So like, you know how she was saying, Tamara
Yeah.
was saying that, well, usually you're like dragging a link or something, so it has,
Yeah.
so by doing it from here, it says, my chives today, and then you
Right.
can have them add
Yeah.
something else or
Yeah.
something.
Right. Okay.
Just random thoughts. So it's airing very quickly.
It's 5-2, so.